Being in foster care literally changed every area of who I am. Spiritually, because I got to know the Lord through my foster parents and my foster home. It led me into my current career. And also some negative things with that, like I missed out on a lot of years of my brother's lives because we were separated. But through it all, it was the best thing that also ever happened. My name is Megan. I am a foster care supervisor with the Bair Foundation. I entered foster care in 2007. I was in care from the age of 14 until the age of 21. I actually entered in foster care and was placed in a shelter, like a group home setting with me and my two younger brothers. Their grandparents kind of worked the process so that I was able to be placed. And then I was disrupted from my relatives' foster home placed back in the shelter. And that's when my foster parents contacted the county, the state, and even the governor to see if they could push through getting me out of a shelter because I was going to be in there for Christmas. And so I got placed days before Christmas. Yeah. Their love and heart for the Lord and the way that they lived that out changed my life. The prayers that they would pray for me face to face, like sitting on the edge of my bed, holding my hand, and even as I went off to college, just praying for me. My first encounter with TBRI, I was at a training for the foster care agency that I was working for in Phoenix, Arizona, and one of the directors was a TBRI practitioner, and so he gave all of us staff the ACEs questionnaire, so the Adverse Childhood Experiences questionnaire. There are 10 questions. Each question is like a different traumatic childhood event. And so that at the end, you're supposed to tally up. I'm not even finishing reading the question because it's like, yep. So 9 out of 10 I had already gone through. All of those things I experienced were traumatic. That was just normal for me. The parental incarceration, the domestic violence, the not having enough food. It really put it into perspective, the impact of the trauma, mental health, physical health, higher risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, depression, anxiety. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear any of this. Like, Lord, you have already overcome so much, and I have overcome so much through being in foster care and had beaten so many statistics. Literally that I'm like not doing drugs. Like person to person, seriously, that I'm like not addicted to drugs or alcohol, that I have a home and vehicles and a job. All of that like is breaking the cycle. That was like the first time that I had heard of it foundationally. Me and my husband had then moved to Dallas, Texas, and this agency was implementing it even more than the agency in Phoenix. I remember it was maybe my second or third training day, and then I had went to a home visit with a foster family, and the little girl was just totally dysregulated. I was like, let me just try what I heard in this TBRI training. And I mean, her eyes were gone, her pupils were dilated, her face was red. And so like, I'm just, hey, like, can I sit down on the ground with you? So like, hey, can I give you a hug? Can I help rock you? And her body was starting to regulate and she was starting to calm down. I'm still learning and I'm still practicing applying those things in my work and to my parenting of my own child. I want this to go well. I want like my son to be securely attached, and I want to break this cycle of dismissing feelings and dismissing emotions. Hearing him cry as a newborn over and over again, just standing in the hall and taking a big deep breath before I would go in and get him out of his crib, or before I would walk over and pick him up out of his bassinet. One of the first words I wanted him to learn was help. if we could see what he's doing, in my mind, I'm like, then I know what you need help with. He might not get that chocolate chip cookie that he wants, but we can work it out together. And let's take a deep breath. Let's take a sip of water. Like, I'm literally applying those basic things to him. And I don't know if I would have done that. I don't know if I would be doing that had I not heard of TBRI and the things that it teaches. As a foster parent, as a caregiver, as a professional, as a biological parent to your children, you are not going to be perfect every time, but you can always go back and repair that relationship, say, I'm sorry, let's try it again, and work to do better next time. And that is what is changing the cycle, and that's what's changing the relationship, is going back and doing that repair work. And that's what was lacking for a lot of us in our childhood.